Well, there are contrasting scenes at the moment that are unfolding in Kolkata. Well, inside Eden Gardens, there's a massive celebration that's on with Tollywood stars performing and stars like Usha Uthup performing to celebrate the victory of Kolkata Knight Riders. The scenes outside Eden Gardens are nothing short of ugly, with chaos ensuing as fans are trying to get inside and the police resorting to lathi charge. Several fans have got injured. Manogya Loiwal is now joining us with more details. Manogya, what are the authorities saying of the kind of preparations that they had put in place? What has gone wrong?
Well, absolutely nothing seems to be falling right as far as this event is concerned. It was supposed to be a mega dose of entertainment with Shah Rukh Khan, Mamta Banerjee, Usha Uthup, Juhi Chawla and all of the celebrities joining hands for felicitating the team KKR for the victory in the IPL match. But the way things have been unfolding, it has been not only distressing, but it has also been very disturbing and perturbing. We've seen there has been a lathi charge by the cops to control the crowd. The passes that were distributed were around between 50,000 to 70,000. However, the turn-up of the crowd was over and above 1 lakh. And perhaps that's the reason where there was a problem with the handling of crowds by the cops and they had to resort to lathi charge. However, there has been no explanation that has been given by the police elements till now or the senior authorities on why they had to take charge of lathi charge and also why they had to resort to it, because there could have been other ways of controlling the crowd. Maybe a water cannon could have been used, which was not there as far as the preparations of the Kolkata police are concerned.
Manogya, do stay on with us. Shivani Gupta is also joining us with more details. Shivani, also the sports minister saying that this was inevitable. Does it show that they almost presumed that chaos will ensue and that certain fans would perhaps get beaten up even at this occasion when everybody should be celebrating and nothing else?
The Bengal sports minister comment that this was inevitable absolutely shows that he anticipated this. He knows that something like this is going to break out. This is not the first time that this has happened in Kolkata or in India. But I guess his comment shows that, see, this is inevitable, we can't do anything, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't go ahead and celebrate. Now, that's the kind of attitude that needs to be questioned, because if even one fan is being injured or being beaten up because of a celebration, then you have to ask whether that celebration is really required. You can't have 40,000 people enjoying it and, more 40,000 people being beaten up outside the stadium. These kind of celebrations don't really mean anything. A proper celebration could have been done in a more low-key fashion that didn't involve so many people being lathi charged. But as you said, this Bengal sports minister himself has said that this was inevitable. But then why couldn't you not do something else or not do this if this was inevitable and avoid that inevitability?
Manogya, as Shivani was pointing out there, 2 years ago, exactly the same scenes unfolded outside Eden Gardens with fans getting lathi charged. Now, what were the other preparations that should have been put in place that the authorities perhaps promised, something like giant screens, so that the number of people coming inside the stadium could have been minimized?
Well, absolutely. That was an excellent suggestion, and I think that the cops and, of course, the elements of the important people of the club authority should have considered that. But considering that they haven't done that, they could have at least eased out the crowd. The number of passes, or rather the tickets that were unused in the 14th May match that was cancelled due to security reasons, were being used in this match, in rather this show, where they were using these passes, these tickets as passes for the entry into the stadium. However, when we saw the entry into the stadium, it was more of the distribution that had taken place from the local police stations where the passes were distributed. These tickets were distributed as passes by the local police station and the local clubs. So around 9,000 tickets were distributed as passes by the local clubs and the rest were distributed by the Kolkata police. In that case, we see that there has been an instrumental role of the Kolkata police, which has not, however, been justified the way they've handled the crowd.
Shivani, there's a heady mix of sports stars here, of Tollywood celebrities and somebody as big as Shah Rukh Khan. Now, with a heady mix like this, is it only Kolkata that reacts like this, or have you seen people going completely crazy at celebrations of these sorts in other cities as well?
Maha, is that for me?
Yes, Shivani, that's for you.
Yes, Maha, see, Kolkata, of course, is an example in itself. It's a city that loves sports. It's a city that likes to come out in huge numbers for celebrations like these. It's a city of joy, as we say, and a city that, as far as sports is concerned, is very closely associated with football. Now, celebrations like these, road parades and, fans coming out to the streets to celebrate is also something that is very closely related to football. Perhaps it's that culture and it's that attitude of the Kolkata people that makes them very, passionate about sports and also come out in huge numbers to support their fans. But this is not something that we witness only in Kolkata. If you remember, there was a victory parade after the 2011 World Cup or after the T20 World Cup, and fans came out in big numbers in Mumbai and other cities as well. So this is not unique to Kolkata, but of course Kolkata perhaps leads the charts when it comes to the number of people that turn up and show their passion for their teams and for their big superstars. And this in particular is an amalgamation of of cricket and Bollywood. So you can imagine the number of people that will be interested in. You can see Juhi Chawla, Gautam Gambhir, and the other co-owners of the Kolkata team on your screens being felicitated inside. On the other hand, there are fans being beaten up outside. So such contrasting visuals, and one wonders if this is really a celebration. If we can, we have these two contrasting episodes taking place. The Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, there with the team. Kolkata captain Gautam Gambhir just walking past with the trophy that they've won, and all of these fans on the other side of the screen who are being beaten up and lathi charge also came to show their support for that trophy win, but they didn't get a good deal. They got the far end of the stick, so as to say. So not something that is absolutely needed. Perhaps there could have been another way to show their to show their passion for the team. The Bengal government really needed to be more sensitive and not just say that this is inevitable, because people getting injured is something that shouldn't be inevitable, Maha.
Well, absolutely. It should be avoidable. It should be avoided, rather. Shivani was taking us through the scenes that we are seeing inside Eden Gardens at the moment. Let me quickly recap that for you. The team has entered Eden Gardens. They are preparing for a victory lap is what we understand. Juhi Chawla there with them, along with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who was also seen in the visuals just a short while back. Manogya, coming to you now. The last time around, 2 years ago, we had seen similar scenes. Was there any thinking done by the government at that point in time as to what went wrong and what should be avoided the next time the city comes out to celebrate at such a massive scale?
I don't think much lesson has been taken by the state government as far as this is concerned, because what we've seen is that till now the state government has only taken measures keeping the weather in mind. There was a forecast that it might rain, and that's the reason why the road show was avoided or any kind of tableaus were avoided. As far as the management of Eden is concerned, it has rather worsened, and it could have been done in a much better way. The way Kolkata police has handled it is extremely extreme disorder and also extremely disturbing. We feel that this could have been done in a much better way. There could have been barricades at various places to filter the crowd out. However, all the crowd was allowed to reach to Eden Gardens, and that's why the mess was created, and that's why so many people have been injured in it, including women also, including fans who were females and who had come to see this whole mega dose of entertainment. But however, as we see people arriving in, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has just reached Eden Gardens. He's meeting the team owners, and there's a victory lap that is taking place with Juhi Chawla and other team members. Shah Rukh Khan has arrived at Kolkata airport and he's heading towards Eden Gardens. Remember, his flight has been delayed because of Gopinath Munde. Various flights being delayed from Mumbai due to after Gopinath Munde's demise. Perhaps that does not seem to have any impact on this celebration. However, the celebration is being impacted by the kind of disturbing elements that we've seen outside the stadium, which could have been managed had the cops have been alerted.
Shivani, I'll come to you now. The authorities are definitely at fault over here, and especially when they try to shrug off responsibility. But take us through the psyche of the Indian fan as well. There was a clarion call made for people to come and be part of the celebration, but everybody knows the capacity of a stadium, even in a city like Kolkata, which is sports crazy, as you were pointing out over there. Should they not be a little more disciplined? Is that the kind of behavior we see across the country, really?
Maha, it would be ideal if most fans who did not have tickets did not turn up. That would be the ideal situation if they realize that there would be chaos outside and, not add to it. But that is, something that we know that we cannot expect fans, not just in India, but anywhere in the world. When people are crazy about a certain team or they're really passionate about their sports, they at least want to go and see and if they can catch a glimpse of their favorite stars. So something like this, as the Sports Minister of Bengal pointed out, is inevitable. We know that this was going to happen. This is not really surprising for anyone. A lot more, thousands of people were going to turn up than those who had tickets to get inside. That's the nature of these celebrations, and frankly, I think the government knows that they're going to come out, perhaps wants them to come out, because the more number of people come out, the bigger the spectacle looks. But it seems the government wants them to come out, but doesn't really care for taking care of their fans, and is okay having them lathi charged and injured. Manogia was of course pointing out the preparations that could have gone into. I just want to reiterate the fact that at least the government and the authorities had the sense to not do a road show. What you're seeing right now on the screen is the victorious team with the co-owners doing a victory lap inside the stadium with the trophy and not on the road, because you can only imagine what chaos could have ensued had a road show been planned as well. But perhaps this happening for the second time is going to make sure that not just the government in Kolkata, but any other state which wins a big title, let's say in the Indian Premier League in the years to come, realizes that such celebrations cannot be controlled. It's in the nature of such celebrations that they cannot be controlled, and perhaps they will be a little more skeptical before arranging such celebrations, which are great at one level. Of course, we want to have occasions where you celebrate a team's title, but if you're not going to be able to do it in a healthy manner, then perhaps they're avoidable as well.
All right, while the team takes a victory lap inside the stadium with confetti flying all over, the lack of preparation has led to chaotic scenes outside Eden Gardens. It's a really sad scene with many of the fans getting beaten up there. Shivani and Manogia getting us the very latest. They'll stay on with us. All right, Kolkata Knight Riders take a victory lap inside Eden Gardens. Massive celebrations on inside the stadium, but the scenes outside Eden Gardens are completely contrasting, with chaos breaking out, with several fans trying to get in, those who do not perhaps have tickets, some with tickets as well, and the police unable to control them outside. My lathi charge used, but several fans getting injured in that lathi charge. Is this kind of celebration really justified when the administration is unable to control the crowds? Inside the stadium, celebrations on with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee there, along with the team that has just finished its victory lap. Team co-owner Juhi Chawla also present over there. Shah Rukh Khan is supposed to be making his way at this moment from the airport to Eden Gardens. His flight was delayed today. He will be able to reach Eden Gardens in another 10 minutes, I suppose. By 4 is when he's expected at Eden Gardens. But while celebrations are on inside Eden Gardens, it's a heady mix of sports stars, of Tollywood celebrities, of Bollywood biggies like Juhi Chawla and Shah Rukh Khan, who will be joining in a short while. Outside, what we can see is unfolding of ugly scenes with fans getting beaten up. Manogia Lowell is now joining us with more details from Kolkata. Manogia, while we were discussing this chaos, the other pertinent question to ask really is the kind of money that is being spent on these celebrations for what many would call just a private team.
Well, absolutely. At the end of the day, KKR is a private club. Its IPL is a private event of BCCI, outsourced by BCCI. But what is more important is on how the government exchequer has been spent on it. We've seen that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was in North Bengal. She cancelled her trip for a day. She came back to Kolkata only for the celebration. All the ministers have been involved in it. There have been senior dignitaries and senior officials of the government who have been involved in the celebration. And of course, the quantum of money that is being spent and the gifts that will be given out and the doling out of luggage for KKR is extremely disappointing. We've also seen that the number of people who turned up, even though it is a free entry for everyone, however, the ticket printing prices have not been increased. There have been Cricket Association of Bengal which has been taken charge of. There is money that is being spent by Kolkata Police, there is money that is being spent by the Information and Cultural Affairs Department of Government of West Bengal, and all these departments, of course, are spending the money of the exchequer of the taxpayer. So it is the hard-earned money of the taxpayer that is being spent on a private club and on the celebration by a private club.
And meanwhile, fans are also getting beaten up. Shivani, coming to you, are these sort of celebrations justified when really the administration shrugs off responsibility, saying that chaos was bound to happen?
Well, I don't think anybody can justify such celebrations, Maha, when you know that such scenes are going to ensue. Celebrating an event or a title is one thing, it definitely has its own place. But when you know that several thousands of people could get injured, I think those celebrations kind of lose their sting a little bit. And then they become, avoidable. So that is unfortunate, but that is the reality. Everyone knows that there are going to be multiple tens of thousands of more people than those with tickets who are going to turn up for such an event. And perhaps that is the kind of spectacle that governments and the teams involved want too. They want to see the passion, but they don't want to care for the fans, it seems. When the Sports Minister of Bengal says that this is inevitable, then the question is, then why are you doing this? If you know this is inevitable, is it okay for fans to be beaten up? Is it okay for fans to be lathi charged? But that's the kind of attitude that is prevalent.
Absolutely.
This is happening in Kolkata for the second time now. Yes, there were perhaps some lessons learned after the first celebration of this kind. The road show was avoided this time. But it still begs to be questioned if we really need to be celebrating, as Manogya was also pointing out, an IPL title with such fanfare. Now, even if you want to go ahead and do it, shouldn't you make better arrangements? Or could you have a more low-key celebration where you felicitate the team, you felicitate, Shah Rukh Khan and Juhi Chawla and other co-owners, and perhaps beam it live to people, and, they don't have to be beaten up and lathi charged like this, because these are young people who've come to catch a glimpse of their favorite stars from Bollywood, from Tollywood, from the cricket world. You can't expect them to not turn up and, not throng the gates of the Eden Gardens and just quietly go back. I mean, these are passions involved here, and this is exactly the kind of passion which is stoked when such kind of celebrations are held in the first place.
But absolutely sad that no lessons have been learnt by the authorities, by the administration, because similar scenes unfolded 2 years ago as well, when KKR was celebrating its IPL victory the other time around, and chaotic scenes broke out outside Eden Gardens at that time as well. Manogya, coming to you now, what's the situation at this particular time outside Eden Gardens? Also, the traffic situation, because I understand that a lot of diversions were put in place due to this massive celebration.
Basically, all across the vicinity of Eden Garden is chock-a-block. There has been car parking areas that were designated, but since there was very less time for even the police to handle the situation, there were not enough directions that were given properly the way it is done before any other match in Eden. But this time the crowd is much more than any other cricket match, because it's free entry crowd, and the number of people who are turning up are humongous in number. And that's the reason why the people are being diverted from one place to the other. There has been restricted entry in different places, and with that we have celebrities turning up like Shah Rukh Khan, like Juhi Chawla, like Mamta Banerjee, which include a VVIP security cordon also. So keeping everything in mind, the area has been cordoned off in a very vigilant manner. But interestingly, we've seen that the people who want to catch a glimpse of the stars are being literally strayed away from the Eden Garden and have been forced to stay away from Eden Garden.
Shivani, take us through the preparations that have been put in place for the celebrations, particularly inside Eden Gardens. We can, of course, at this point see Mamta Banerjee there along with the entire team. When is Shah Rukh Khan expected?
Well, Shah Rukh Khan should be expected soon. We hear that his flight has been delayed, and Manogya perhaps will have a much updated update on that. But I can tell you that as far as the government is concerned, they're definitely very excited about this title. There's a bonhomie between Shah Rukh Khan and Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee, who had already congratulated the team, and they had met as well. And the Chief Minister is coming back from North Bengal just for this event. And Shah Rukh Khan and everybody else is expected to be there as well. Lots of arrangements being made of just the kind of gifts and mangoes and sweets that are going to be presented to the team, but unfortunately not a lot of preparation.
I'll interrupt you there for a bit. Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee is speaking at the moment. Let's listen.
অনেক ধন্যবাদ। সিএবি জগমোহন ডালমিয়া তিনি সকলকে আংটি দিয়ে বরণ করে নিচ্ছেন। সিএবির পক্ষ থেকে গোল্ড রিং
সোনার আংটি দিয়ে আমাদের খেলোয়াড়দেরকে এক একজন করে বরণ করে নেবেন। সিএবির জগমোহন ডালমিয়া রয়েছেন, ওনার সঙ্গে এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের টিম ক্যাপ্টেন গৌতম গম্ভীর। প্যালেস কে বরণ করে নিলেন সিএবির জগমোহন ডালমিয়া। এরপরে আসবেন ইউসুফ পাঠান। ইউসুফ পাঠান আমাদের ইউসুফ ভাই, ইউসুফ দাদা। এরপরে আসছেন পীয়ূষ চাওলা। পীয়ূষ চাওলাকে বরণ করে নিচ্ছেন আমাদের সিএবির জগমোহনজি। এরপরে যিনি আসবেন তিনি হচ্ছেন শাকিব আল হাসান। ইডেন গার্ডেন উন্মাদনাটা আরেকটু বেশি দেখান। আপনাদের প্রিয় খেলোয়াড়দেরকে বরণ করে নেওয়া হচ্ছে এই মুহূর্তে শাকিব আল হাসান। এরপরে দ্য গোল্ডেন বয় মনীষ পান্ডে।
Then who is the silver boy? June, who is the silver boy now?
The silver boy হবে বিনয় কুমার। বিনয় কুমার কে বরণ করে নেওয়া হলো। এবার আমি ডেকে নেব সূর্য কুমার যাদব। Surya Kumar Yadav.
All right, so the team being felicitated there, Jagmohan Dalmia there, the Chief Minister present there, and Juhi Chawla as well. Let me go to Manogya, who will take us through the scenes unfolding inside Eden Gardens at the moment. Manogya, while everybody waits for Shah Rukh Khan, the felicitation of the team has already started.
Well, absolutely, the felicitation has begun, and with that, they've also begun with gifting them with sweets, and sweets include a packet of mangoes. Interestingly, we've seen that Kolkata Municipal Corporation and including with other authorities have jointly combined and have spent the money on gifting the players with a ring made of gold. Now, these golden rings have been gifted to the players individually, all the players who are there, and including the co-owners of the team as well. So perhaps we've rarely seen a government of any state felicitating a private club like this, where we've seen this happening in foreign land, but not in India. It's unheard of. But this time, for a change, it's not a football club that has been felicitated the way Kolkata loves football. It's a cricket club that has been felicitated, and that's Kolkata Knight Riders here in Kolkata.
Well, it's a sports crazy city, Manogya, as you were pointing out earlier. Add to it the dash of stardust that we are seeing. Juhi Chawla present there. Shah Rukh Khan is making his way to Eden Gardens. It's a packed stadium really, with n number of fans having turned up for the event. Several thousands waiting outside. A mild lathi charge that injured a few fans. Contrasting scenes unfolding inside and outside Eden Gardens.